Haffy from Die by Beer. We're here with ABC Brewing.
I'll live a life one beer at a time. Live by beer, die by beer. I'll live a life one beer at a time. Live by beer, die by beer.
Alright, my name is smith-gahrsen. I've been a homebrewer for, I don't know, 22 odd years. Well, I've won a few competitions and, basically been homebrewing for a long time. Seriously since 1998, I guess. But my definite highlights have been brewing at Norway, and of course now starting up, brewing commercially.
I'm Kim Odland. Been brewing for 3 or 4 years. 3 years. My biggest accomplishment as a homebrewer must be our first brew at Levig. Brewed the Imperial Amber. That was a dream come true to brew on a big system. Yeah.
What inspired you to start brewing at home?
I know it was in Bergen. I was really into craft beer, and I think a colleague of mine was homebrewing, so I think he kind of inspired me with it. But I can't really tell. Suddenly I was brewing.
Yeah.
But I'll say this though, my wife pushed me into go all grain because I was kind of happy doing the extract and the steeping grain. Now, if you're gonna do something, you should do it right. So she pushed me into all grain. That was kind of good.
I think I actually started sort of because of my mother. My mother made tomtebrygg, traditional crappy Norwegian homebrew for Christmas. And I've always been interested in how you make food from the ground up, and so it was that with beer as well. I wasn't interested in beer until actually I was old enough to drink it. So when I turned 18, that's basically when I sort of discovered beer, and then it was only sort of natural for me to look at how it was brewed and start trying to do it myself. In the beginning it was pretty hard because you couldn't get any ingredients or anything, but as soon as the first homebrew shops opened in Norway, it was just go for it.
Why did you guys start a Gypsy brewery together?
Because we fell in love. Actually, it started with Johnny V, the owner of Henrik Øl og Vinstue in Bergen. I knew Kim from before because he actually, when he lived in Bergen, I still live in Bergen. When he lived in Bergen, he approached me on the Nordbrygg forum and asked if he could give me some beer that I could taste and evaluate for him. So I met him there, and later on we continued chatting on the net, and you came over with a friend of yours and had some homebrew at my place, and from that day on, I guess we just kept talking to each other, and then we knew this guy at Henrik Øl og Vinstue, both of us. So one day he approached me and said, would you like to make a beer for us that we can sell in the pub? And it'd be nice if you had Kim along on the project. And of course we said yes. And at first it was only to be a one-off, but then we figured this was too good of a thing to just let go. And he said, yeah, we should brew some more beers. And, so it started simply by chance. We had fun, and I guess we share some of the same tastes in beer, and we're both really into the brewing process and everything, so it was just natural. And he's a pretty nice guy, so it was all fun.
How do one start up as a Gypsy brewer?
We don't have any ambitions apart from conquering the world and total world domination, of course. But we really haven't had to work for it, We've been asked to brew beer, and we've taken it from there, and we'll see what the future brings. But I guess the thing is to find the right breweries. You need to find a brewery that brews quality beer and then has the capacity to brew your beer when you want them to brew it.
You're touching on a kind of important point there, is to get not just the brewery you want to brew at, but also a brewery has capacity to brew your beer, because you're dipping into their stock of grains and especially hops. We like to use a lot of hops. We like to use the popular hops like Simcoe and Amarillo. So we have had some problems there. Our first brew, we had to approach a homebrew store to get the Amarillo hop, because the commercial scale was all out.
Yeah.
So we bought it at
Bruxelles,
yeah,
Norwegian homebrew shop.
fairly
So
pricey.
Yeah, really expensive, but there you go. That can be a problem, especially for upstarts like us, because we don't have any deals, we don't have our own stock of hops or anything.
Yeah, but that kind of comes to show how great craft brewers are. Because we didn't have the hops, so I talked to Mike at Lervig, and he put me in contact with Anders Kissmeyer from Kissmeyer Beers, and he was on holiday in I think it was in Canada or something. And yeah, of course you can buy the hops from me, and he mailed his guys at the Norway Brygghus, and they shipped them to Søgaard. And you talked to Espen at Skinn, and he shipped the Simcoe
To Bergen.
To Bergen, and you ferry down to Søgaard. So 5 breweries involved in the making of one beer, and a competing beer at that.
Yeah.
Imagine wineries doing the same thing. It will never work.
What are your aspirations, dreams, and goals with ABC Brewing?
Total world domination.
Fast car, fast women.
Yeah. Cocaine? No. Seriously, I don't know. We want to have fun.
Yeah.
So we don't really have any ambitions as such.
Our ambition is to reach more people with our beer, because we're never gonna get rich by doing this. But it's
we're not aspiring to sort of a living from brewing. At least not yet. Of course, that's a very long-term dream, but I guess neither of us really want to work too hard on the sort of administrative side of brewing, which is another good thing about being sort of gypsy brewers like we are. And we don't have to think too much about licensing and all that stuff. So the fact that we brew test batches at home and then have someone else to brew the beer for sale. It's a really great thing.
Our beers are kind of rocking the boat a little. I mean, we brewed 3 beers and none of them are BJCP style guidelines.
Yeah.
Kind of wanted to put our spin on things and see if that.
It's not that we consciously tried to sort of brew anything new or be particularly original. We just want to brew good beer, and as he says, put our spin on it.
Cool.
We brew the stuff we want to drink.
What challenges have you met so far?
So far, it's been capacity. We've been brewing at Lervig a couple of times, and they're sort of pressed for capacity. So, I wouldn't say it's been a big problem, but that could be a problem at least, and that's, I suppose, the biggest problem we've met so far. Because everyone's been all smiles about the project. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Kind of a distribution has been. So,
Yeah, sure.
We were looking into that, and we want to get our beer to Oslo and Stavanger and Trondheim and abroad. So, but in time,
we're taking it one step at a time. And
we're not in a rush.
No.
As it's saying, we're not supporting anyone on our brewing salary. So we have
I haven't earned a penny yet. So.
What is your dream brewery to brew at or make a collaboration beer with?
I mean, Stone, because they make awesome beer. Dogfish Head make awesome beer, and because Sam Calagione is an inspiration because of his creativity. He thinks outside the box and makes interesting stuff. Not everything they produce is equally interesting, but still, they make some stuff that is out there. And then Contiolo, just because sour beer is, sour beer.
Which brew do you admire the most and why?
I like Kinn. Well, because Espen is a great guy, a good friend of mine. and because he does something slightly different from other craft breweries in Norway. He makes English style beers, you know,
Open
low
fermentation.
alcohol,
Mm.
open fermentation. Yeah, it does his own thing. Oh, there are so many. Nøgne, because they've made the best IPA I've ever tasted. A 3-day-old IPA straight, just crash cooled straight from the carbonation room. You know, it's fantastic beer. No. Stone, because they make Arrogant Bastard, and when that's fresh, it's just.
I kind of want to throw
Awesome.
Lervig in there as well,
Yeah,
because
sure.
they're kind of a macro brewery doing a micro brewery kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Mike's a really good brewer.
Yeah, he's a fantastic brewer. The Lucky Jack in the supermarket, the supermarket beer that it's tasty.
My can's empty.
Your can's
That's a problem.
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. That's the first craft beer on can.
In cans in Norway, yeah.
Yeah.
In
And
Norway.
also one of the first, you know, well, basically the first proper American pale ale that is sold in shops in Norway. That alone is an achievement.
Yeah.
Worst brew day story ever.
Well, okay. When I was at Nøgne brewing the Anrimnir barley wine, Frank Verme, the brewer, told me to keep an eye on the boil kettle, and I managed to, you know, I forgot, and we had a boil over, and you know, probably lost a couple of 100 liters in the boil over, but you know, out of 4,500 liters, I guess it's not that bad.
Shit happens.
Yeah, shit. Yeah. But so, honestly, I don't really have any bad experiences in the brew house. I guess I'm lucky in that way.
Okay. So tell me about the craziest beer you ever brewed.
I don't think I've brewed anything crazy. I mean,
It's got to be the full Nelson.
yeah, the full Nelson was kind of crazy though. Yeah, forgot about that. We put about
It was good though.
Yeah, it was good. We put a kilo of Nelson Sauvin hops in a 20-liter batch of beer, and we put them in at the end. It's really funny beer though. The wort turned green. Lost a lot of beer, and it tastes like grapefruit.
Yeah.
It was a good beer.
Extremely hoppy, but not as bitter as you would have thought it was. But,
Very mellow bitterness, but
yeah. Extremely fruity.
yeah.
Why it's worth it?
Yeah.
Because beer's good. So we like to drink beer. That makes it worth it in itself. Now there are so many rewarding things about beer. You know, serving beer to other people. Beer is a social drink. You know, so no matter how much of a beer snob you are, you know, the goal is always to produce good beer that people like, and good beer makes people happy. That's the best reason there is. For me, also, there's the learning aspect of it, because there's so much to learn about brewing beer. You have, the technical side of it. You have the history of beer and the way beer has been an important drink in society for thousands of years. You know, there are so many aspects to the drink. But of course, the sheer enjoyment of it and seeing people smile when they drink your beer, there's no better reward than that. It's like seeing your kid being happy because you give him a lollipop or something. It's excellent. So that makes it all worth it. And of course, it's meeting all the great people in the beer community, because it is really a great community. And you know, the fact that I get to brew with a good friend like him is, just makes it worth it. Definitely.
Cool.
Yeah, I would say the same. It's all about the people you meet, and you get to see other people drink your beer and converse with them and see them enjoy it. And of course, it's fun to go up to the bars. I'll have one of my own. So that's kind of fun though. But just see other people enjoying the beer that you like and the beer you made. That's really rewarding.
Apart from all the drugs and the women and fast cars and all that.
Tall steaks.
If you get the chance to taste our beer, go for it, try it. And enjoy good beer. There's not much more to it.